The one-year-old satellite club of the Rotary Club of Windsor 1918, with the help of two Rotarians, past presidents Bev Sear and Janet Kelly, engaged in a local service project to offer cooking classes to better prepare graduates of a local recovery home as they transitioned back into the community, and then came COVID. Instead, they decided to create a cookbook which would provide important information on how to be successful in cooking on your own and provide a range of simple recipes from breakfast to dessert. Fellow Rotarians submitted their best recipes to complete a binder with over 70 pages of interesting and pertinent information, and each graduate received a surprise gift, a set of measuring spoons, with each book. The total project cost for 100 copies with measuring spoons was $500 and was funded through a donation from club funds and generous donors. The Cookieful holiday fundraiser was initiated by young Rotary leaders as a fundraising opportunity to support a local small business and raise funds for the Rotary Club of Windsor Foundation Fund, while bringing members together virtually for a holiday celebration. Paint Night for Polio was a fundraiser also initiated by the young Rotary leaders to raise funds for World Polio Day. This event included a virtual paint lesson for Rotarians, family, and friends. This 2021 project, initiated by the District 6400 Global E-Club, will be focused on empowering women in Nigeria. The club plans to buy food grinding machines like the one shown here and distribute them to low-income women and widows. As COVID vaccines become available, the Trenton Rotary Club volunteered to help with the process of vaccinating Trenton residents at the City of Trenton's Westfield Center and Wayne County Community College in Taylor. 40 members and spouses assisted with parking, check-in, fielding questions, and cleaning and emptying trash. Doctors within the Rotary Club even administered shots alongside paramedics. Nearly 1,200 vaccines were administered between 9 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, March 20th at the two facilities. In very meaningful ways, the Wayne Rotary Club partnered with Families Against Narcotics, a local organization working tirelessly to educate young adults, parents, school personnel, law enforcement, judges, doctors, and other healthcare professionals about the dangers of misusing prescription drugs, especially painkillers. The club assembled 200 small backpacks containing personal care items for persons seeking treatment for substance use disorder through Hope, Not Handcuffs, and residing in recovery homes. Members also provided clothing to individuals in rehab facilities and recovery homes, as well as filling the bin at the Wayne Police Station with personal care items, once again for Hope, Not Handcuffs. The pandemic didn't stop Garden City Rotary, in partnership with Meyer, from providing 73 winter coats to needy students in the Garden City School District. In response to a call for help published in the local newspaper, the Harrow Rotary Club launched the Nutrition Program, supporting children in two local schools. The club project involved the packaging of 200 nutritional bags for students in Harrow Public and St. Anthony Catholic elementary schools. Funding for the project came from fundraising efforts and private donations. On October 24, 2020, Rotarians from the Windsor-Essex Rotary Clubs got together for the second planting of trees in the Windsor-Essex Rotary Legacy Forest. This project started in 2018 when RI President Ian Risley encouraged every Rotarian to plant one tree, will see 46,000 trees planted. The project is partially funded by a multi-year commitment from the Rotary Clubs of $72,000. The Adrian Noon Rotary Club hosted its fourth annual Lenawee Bike Tour in September, in spite of the pandemic. While turnout was less than in 2019, the club still raised $19,000. This past fall, the Adrian Noon Rotary Club sponsored 2 food drives at the Lenawee County Fairgrounds. A total of 4 semi-trailers carrying over 4,200 boxes of food weighing 28 pounds each were distributed over a 5-hour period. This past holiday season, the Adrian Noon Rotary Club sold 508 Christmas wreaths for $24 each and grossed $12,000 that went to support the Adrian Rotary Woodworking Warriors and Polio Plus campaign. The club applied for and was awarded a $5,000 matching grant from District 6400 to provide landscaping for the new Frank and Shirley Dick YMCA in Adrian. Frank is a veteran Adrian Noon Rotarian. In the fall of 2020 and during the holidays, through a matching grant, the Trenton Rotary Club bought $3,000 in STEM toys, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and delivered them to the Good Fellows and Salvation Army. Club members rang the bell for the Salvation Army, which resulted in 106 service hours and raised $37,057. Members also helped in the Salvation Army Holiday Shop with 50 hours of volunteer time bundling gifts for families and delivering to their cars on pickup day, and collected 43 gift cards totaling $865 for the teens in need. Other holiday giving included participating in a drive-by Santa with Captain Rotary. The Rotary Club of Dearborn found opportunities to support and thank their community during the COVID-19 pandemic through the power and comfort of food. Efforts included meal distribution to Dearborn Public School students, meal deliveries to Dearborn police, fire, and 911 workers, meals for hospital emergency room staff and senior living support staff, and the collection of food and hygiene products for distribution by partner Zaman International. Expanding on their annual support of the Goodfellows newspaper drive, which traditionally has benefited the Northville Civic Concern, a local nonprofit that provides food, other living necessities to hundreds of households in the community, this past season the Northville Rotary Club embraced a Northville Feeds Northville campaign. During the Holiday Greens Market in Northville, Rotarians asked for donations over a 2-day period. Collection jars were placed in local businesses for 2 weeks, encouraging continued giving. With the generous support of the community at large, the Northville Rotary Club raised $8,125 for Northville Civic Concern, $125 more than last year. COVID-19 could not stop this community from supporting those in need. The Tour de Ville Benefit Bicycle Ride has been a major contributor to the Northville Rotary Club's annual foundation budget, generating almost $90,000 since its inception. Last March, it was looking like the club would have to cancel its 7th annual event due to COVID-19. Rapidly pivoting, the Tour de Ville team converted the whole event into a virtual benefit bicycle ride named the 2020 Tour de Ville COVID Cruise, asking bicyclists signing up online to make donations and pledging to ride their own routes in the name of Tour de Ville. Personally canvassing sponsors, each participant recommitted to every dollar pledged. With 53 riders signing up, the Northville Rotary Club netted over $13,000. Another successful year for Socks and Bottoms. Thanks to Ellie and John Weiss and their team of Rotarians for all their hard work and effort put into making this a wonderful gift for the needy in the Windsor-Essex community. Items were collected and dropped off to neighboring agencies needing the supplies. The Rotary Club of Plymouth AM has had a partnership with Plymouth Canton Community Schools Infant and Preschool Special Education Program for about 20 years, and this year is no exception. So when the program supervisor approached the club and expressed the need for an outdoor classroom, the club went to work transforming an unused pavilion behind the school into a safe place for these special children to learn. Not only did the Rotarians design the new classroom, but they did the work themselves. Last summer, representatives from Vista Maria, an organization that supports and houses girls that have suffered abuse, neglect, and trauma, came to speak to the Rotary Club of Grosse Ile. Members happily engaged in a project where they could identify one item which could be collected and given to each girl so that everyone would receive the same gift. So, deciding on socks because they're cute and girls love them, members set a goal of 140 pairs of socks. The club, the community at large, friends, and family all heard the call and supported this mission wholeheartedly. The Rotary Club of Grosse Ile collected 284 pairs of socks, just over double their goal. The Rotary Club of Windsor-St. Clair's Community and Youth Committee supported the Windsor Homes Coalition with a donation of $500 to assist people living in geared-to-income housing with the purchase of essential items such as food and hygiene products. Pictured is Terry Cloutier presenting the check to Executive Director Angela Yukonich. In the next photograph, Carlo Abadi and Chuck Roy present a check to the Ronald McDonald House, Windsor, to assist families having to stay at the residence. Inspired by neighbors in Chatham, Kent, a group of friends and strangers decided that Windsor, Essex needed something positive to focus on in the middle of a global pandemic, and the June 27th Miracle Food Drive was born. The goal was to encourage all Windsor, Essex residents to get involved and help those in the community who were in need. The organizing committee spent countless hours planning the event over 4 weeks, and more than 11,000 volunteers from Windsor, Essex stepped up to make the day a true success. The result was an estimated 2 million pounds of food donated to restock local food banks and organizations. More than 100 Rotarians from Windsor, Essex clubs participated in the second annual 24-hour Glean-a-thon at the Southwestern Ontario Gleaners. Thousands of pounds of potatoes and peppers were peeled and chopped to make dehydrated soup mix to help combat food insecurity in places such as Tanzania, Peru, Brazil, across Canada, and even in Ontario. Rotarians, family, and friends all worked together in continuous shifts at the facility in Leamington, Ontario for 24 hours straight between August 21st and 22nd. Additionally, over $13,000 was raised to purchase the rice and grains to be added to the food packages, almost 3 times the original goal. Members from the Taylor Rotary Club, along with the help of Wright's Landscaping, removed and disposed of the old fence at Penricton Center for Blind Children. With the help of a grant, the club was able to pay for the installation of a new fence. Penricton is known worldwide for its innovative active learning techniques to improve the quality of life for children with cerebral palsy, blindness, other ailments due to birth defects, and sometimes to issues related to early care. They're funded completely by private donors and community groups. They travel all over the country and sometimes abroad to help other facilities improve their methods to give children a better life. The Rotary Club of Detroit has approached this Rotary year with the goal of doing as much as possible to help the community of Detroit. In particular, the Detroit Rotary Foundation has supported many inspirational projects, including a donation of $10,000 last spring to Keep Growing Detroit for the provision of seeds and transplants for 800 community gardens. This spring, Rotarians have been packaging the seeds that are being distributed to local community gardens. Similarly, the Rotary Club of Detroit sponsors the Belle Isle Native Garden, where Rotarians, friends, and Rotaract members spend many days working hard to maintain this island jewel.